Octane has created Elevation Ventures to provide capital to the absolute best Series A companies that are completing Octane's award-winning Launchpad Accelerator. Elevation Ventures will leverage the innovation in Southern California, one of the most vibrant markets for emerging companies in tech and health tech industries. And with me is JC Ruffalo, the fund manager at Elevation. So great to see you, JC.
Thank you, Jane. Great to see you as well.
So I guess we gave a little bit of a background there on Elevation, but why create it? Like, what was the driving force behind that?
Oh, there's a lot of different reasons, but one of them is just there's a real lack of capital here in Southern California. A lot of our companies that participate through Octane's Launchpad Accelerator program are forced to go outside the region, outside of California in general, to go raise capital. We did a short study that saw that 87% of our companies raise capital outside the region. So there's a real lack of capital, which provides a great opportunity for us.
Okay, and I'm sure if they're raising money from, say, like New York or Silicon Valley or something, maybe they might be more likely to move there, and you want to keep those companies in Southern California, right?
Exactly. We want to retain that, keep the talent here, keep the jobs here, keep the innovation here, and the profits here. So we can just go back into the ecosystem here and continue to build up the startup ecosystem.
So I know health tech is big in Southern California. I mean, is that one area you're looking at? What are all the different industries where you're best?
Great question. So we're looking at health tech being inside of ophthalmology, medical aesthetics, oncology, cardiology, and neurology. We feel that those are the 5 prevalent areas that we have key opinion leaders here in Southern California we can call upon for a diligence perspective, as well as there's just a lot of innovation in those categories in health tech. And within that comes medical device, diagnostics, biotech, within each of those categories as well.
So what makes Elevation so unique?
So what makes this so unique is just everything that's behind Elevation within Octane, with the ecosystem, with all of the connections that we have. I like to call it relationship capital. What we can do is we can see these companies very early on because Octane's got such a great brand recognition. And we see that it's the deal flow pipeline is going to even increase because they'll now know that we have capital to actually make investments. But what makes us really unique is just, again, all the relationships we have in place, where if we're looking at a deal and we can go ask a strategic, whether it's in cardiology, we can go to a cardiology strategic company like an Edwards and say, what certain milestones does this company need to achieve for it likely to be acquired by you? So we can really get that information upfront and early and help kind of guide that company along the path. And hopefully it can have a liquidity event by either being acquired by an Edwards or one of the other relationships that we have with strategics in place. So we just feel like a real good recipe for success.
Very interesting. Yeah, no, I mean, you kind of already got the companies and you've got the knowledge, why not do this extra step and, invest in them and make some money at some point.
That's exactly right. We've helped so many wonderful companies along the way, and we've enjoyed that. And we've just kind of left the opportunity behind us being, we've never made the actual investment. So I've done everything to help these companies get connected. Now it's time to actually write a check and help them grow continuously. So I'm very excited about that.
So with me is Neil Richter. He is the managing partner of the climate fund part of Elevation Funds. Neil, so welcome here this morning, and great to see you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So let's just start with, tell me about the climate fund. Like how does the whole thing work? So I know Elevation Funds is part of Octane, and then you're part of the climate funds, which is part of Elevation. So describe the whole kind of hierarchy there.
Yeah, so the Elevation Climate Fund, we're focused on climate sustainability, anything that pulls greenhouse gases out of the atmosphere, prevents them from going there in the first place, or adds to the sustainability fight that many companies are fighting, or many individuals or governments are fighting as well. And you've got the structure from Octane and the accelerator and the advisors, over 3,000 stakeholders in Orange County that are involved in that climate sustainability ecosystem. So we get, we pull those two things together, and together they form a really powerful combination.
So, well, that was what I was going to ask you, because I think of health tech, especially for Southern California, but there's a growing and vibrant clean energy or, green business that's thriving as well.
Yeah, so Sustain Southern California has been around for 10 years. As I said, there are 3,000 stakeholders. There companies, individuals, university partners, city partners that are sort of best in class in Orange County for combating climate change and thinking about either corporate sustainability or ESG issues. And so this has been the center of Orange County for 10 years. And we're hoping to tap into the great knowledge base in that organization. In addition to that, California has always sort of been on the leading edge of climate and energy issues. And then on top of that, you've got Orange County, which is actually a collection of 34 smaller municipalities. You've got sort of Anaheim on the top end at 350,000 people, and a smaller city like Brea at 5,000 people. So you've got a lot of different municipalities trying to tackle many of the same issues. And it's a really great testing ground for small companies to test out their ideas, whether it be an electric car charging system or water treatment technology. There's a lot of opportunity here to pilot new things.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's kind of like a little mini lab there where you can test the stuff and see how it might work once it gets scaled. So, talk to me a little about what you look for in these companies. And I mean, how does the whole process work? Are these companies that are coming out of the launch pad and then they're kind of going to you? So talk to me about the process and what you're looking for.
Yeah, so the fund, Elevation Climate Fund, will potentially invest in companies that don't come through Launchpad, but we expect more than 90% of the companies will come through Launchpad for several reasons. One is that it's a great training ground for them. They learn a lot. They get to meet many peers and test their ideas with industry partners. As you know, when you bring a product to market, it's really good to have feedback from industry. And that's part of what Octane, Launchpad, and Sustain Southern California will bring to the mix. But in addition to that, once a company comes through Launchpad, at the graduation of it, they go through a graduation exercise where we pull together 15 or so subject matter experts to rate them across 30 different metrics. And those metrics will help them understand where their deficiencies are, where they need to get better. And for us, for the fund, it's a real opportunity to do sort of a deep due diligence with 15 advisors, taking a close look at the company, the market, the team, and what their offering is. So many things are going to have to change up and down the value chain.
Wow, a lot of opportunity and a lot of kind of disruption too, all at the same time. So
yeah, that's right.
Thank you, Neil, so much. Very interesting. And thanks for joining us.